in their workplace. We also meet people in their homes. You have homebound seniors and others that we also have to reach out to.
Newsom said the state is partnering with 337 community-based organizations.
Some $52.7 million invested to do in-language, culturally competent, trusted messenger, peer-to-peer outreach for communities that have hesitancy or communities that don't have these tools of technology, don't have access to transportation or even knowledge about the availability and the proximity of vaccinations.
And he said all that has not been enough.
We have to be bolder and we have to go bigger in terms of our resolve and our commitment.
The doses will be spread out among 400 zip codes, with about 8 million people eligible for shots.
With 40% of all of the allocated vaccines targeted at communities that have had this disproportionate burden.
Many of the neighborhoods are concentrated in Los Angeles County and the Central Valley. Once 2 million vaccine doses are given out in those neighborhoods, the state will make it easier for counties to move through reopening tiers that dictate business and school reopenings.
The rush to resume classes after a year-long break is underway. State lawmakers approved a $6.6 billion education plan today. It encourages school districts to quickly reopen. The legislation would give out $2 billion to districts willing to resume at least part-time in-person instruction. Another $4.6 billion would be given to schools to help students catch up. But schools must spend at least 85% of that money on in-person instruction. The plan does not require schools to resume in-person classes. Central Coast Assemblyman Jordan Cunningham voted in favor of the new reopening plans. He released a statement saying, in part, after witnessing the devastating impact school closures have had on our kids' mental health over the past year, I could not have supported a bill that would have made reopening more difficult. Furthermore, it will reward Central Coast school districts for doing the right thing, getting our kids back into the classroom as quickly as possible. Local high school football teams are now getting ready to kick off the new season in just 2 weeks. It's a season many thought would never happen. Improving COVID-19 numbers have loosened restrictions on youth sports, including high school football. A shortened regular season is now set for teams in the Central Coast Athletic Association. That includes all large high schools in San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties. They'll play a 5-game league season with an option for a 6th non-league opponent.
We've all been working hard, and we've all been working towards this. A lot of people gave up hope, but we always believed that we'd be back out here on the field.
My emotions are filled, man. They're filled with joy. I'm really, really excited to just get this opportunity. I didn't think we would have this opportunity last year, but just to see everything and how it's working, it's just indescribable.
Players, coaches, and staff in Santa Barbara County will be tested weekly due to the county's current case rate. Restrictions on spectators will limit fans to only 4 family members per player. The new season begins 2 weeks from tomorrow on March 19th. As high school sports return to practice, the city of Santa Maria is making sure everyone knows it has a different set of rules for parks. News Channel 12 reporter Patricia Martellotti joins us live in Santa Maria to explain.
Well, this is one of the popular parks here in Santa Maria. It's the Rotary Centennial Park, where people come to go walking, running. And if you take a look at some of this video that I shot earlier this morning, it's been busy all day with activities. People have been taking picnics and going for runs, frisbee throwing. But throughout the pandemic, all parks in Santa Maria have remained open. For many of these parks have kept people feeling a sense of calm during this tough time. While high school sports can return under new rules from the state, the Rec and Parks Department says this change does not apply to city parks yet. But that hasn't stopped many from enjoying all kinds of activities here at the park.
Between Zoom classes or before Zoom classes, we come to the park, we go on walks, and it's a chance to get some fresh air and move our bodies.
Even though competitive sports is still not allowed, there are plenty of activities to do. Like she was saying earlier, she was one of the dancers in the Zoom class. And even right now, if you look way far behind me, there is all kinds of activities. People are doing some kind of drill sports, which is allowed in the park, just not competitive sports. For now, live in Santa Maria, Patricia Martellotti, News Channel 12.
It's a great day to get outside and enjoy some of the many beautiful parks here in Santa Maria. Patricia, thank you so much. The Santa Barbara County Public Health Director tells us the county will begin receiving doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine next week. Van Do Reynoso spoke with News Channel 12 anchor Joe Butita during our midday newscast.
We received notice that we will be in receipt of vaccines this week, and we are thrilled that next week we will be able to have 3,800 doses of the Janssen vaccine here in Santa Barbara County.
County health officials are still deciding which distribution sites will receive the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. We'll be speaking with Santa Barbara County Public Health every Thursday to get an update on the COVID response. You can watch live on our sister station, News Channel 3, and you can watch today's full interview on our mobile app and website. Let's take a look at the latest COVID case numbers. Santa Barbara County reporting 1 new death today. The person lived in the Santa Barbara area. They were 70 years or older and had no underlying health conditions. 421 people have died in Santa Barbara County since the pandemic started. The county also reported 73 new COVID cases today, bringing the total to 358 active cases. 52 people are hospitalized, including 18 in intensive care. Since this all started, Santa Maria has had 10,850 cases, Santa Barbara 6,028, Lompoc 3,384. San Luis Obispo County reported 3 new deaths today. 241 people have died of coronavirus in SLO County. 46 new cases to report from San Luis Obispo County, making 338 active cases, 12 people hospitalized, 5 of them in the ICU. More than 19,000 have recovered. Since the pandemic began about a year ago, Paso Robles has had 3,914 cases, San Luis Obispo 3,727, and Atascadero 1,862. There have been 2,382 cases reported at the California Men's Colony. Millions of Americans hoping for another COVID relief check may have to wait a bit longer. As the Senate prepares to vote this week on the $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill, Republicans are pushing to delay the process. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson forced a full reading of the bill on the floor. Utah Senator Mitt Romney says he agrees with Johnson's tactic, and Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Senate will stay in session for as long as it takes to get to a vote.
All I'm trying to do is make this a more deliberative process. Obviously shine the light on this abusive and obscene amount of money.
The time is now to move forward with big, bold, strong relief.
The Senate bill is different than what was approved in the House. Those who make more than $80,000 a year or couples earning twice that won't see any financial relief. The proposal is expected to maintain the House-passed $400 weekly enhanced unemployment benefits through August. Weather sure is nice out there today. Let's talk about it with Julia Espinoza. Hey, Julia.
Hey there, Scott. Well, yesterday's storm cleared away. We got to enjoy from plenty of sunshine on this Thursday. Taking a look at Santa Maria right now, it is mostly clear and temperatures warmed up just a tad. We picked up 4 degrees from yesterday, still fell below average, reaching 62 degrees. As we take a look across our region, San Luis Obispo warmed to 66. For Paso Robles, it was warm and comfortable, 72. Out towards Lompoc, quite the contrast, 62 degrees. And Pismo Beach warmed up to 58, so staying pretty cool out there. As we take a look at our current temperatures right now, areas alongside the coastline, we are in the upper 50s. It begins right alongside Morro Bay at 54, 57 into San Luis Obispo, Santa Maria, and Lompoc. Interior valleys a tad bit warmer, 61 currently in San Ynez, and for Paso Robles, we're checking in at 66 degrees. From night into tomorrow morning, we are expecting more low-level clouds, so expect some areas of patchy fog as this activity continues to develop. By tomorrow morning, waking up to the cloud cover, we do expect a bit of a sunshine, so we're going to be seeing a mix of both, and then moving forward, heading towards the weekend, that's where we start to see more potential for some light rain showers as we take a look at this cold front heading our way. That's a look. We're going to continue to track the latest coming up in my full forecast. Scott, sending it back to you.
Okay, we'll talk to you again in just a couple minutes. Julia, thanks. The latest State of Vandenberg Air Force Base address is in the books. This morning's speech delivered online because of the pandemic. News Channel 12's Karen Cruz Orduña has the highlights.
3, 2, 1, 0, ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9.
Looking back on 2020, Vandenberg Air Force Base commanders are calling it a year to remember.
We accomplished much despite the pandemic. 2020 was a difficult year, make no mistake.
Just 5 of 7 planned rocket launches happened, including one from SpaceX.
It was one of the slower launch tempos we have seen in decades,
And back in November, the first Space Operation Command was officially established.
Focus exclusively on generating, presenting, and sustaining combat-ready space forces.
For 2021, the number of launches planned has doubled to a total of 13.
Our 2000th launch from Vandenberg will occur sometime this fall. 2,000 launches from this part of the Central Coast of California. That's pretty amazing.
And officials plan to establish 2 more space field commands in the future.
Now, this field command will be focused on technology, research, and acquisition. SSC will lead and manage efforts to design, to develop, to procure satellites and other space technologies, and then to launch them.
And looks forward to this year.
2021 is going to be far more busy.
In Lompoc, Karen Cruz Orduña, News Channel 12.
Straight ahead here at 5 o'clock, a new threat puts the U.S. Capitol on alert. The intelligence bulletin that caused heightened security this week.
And a few systems are heading our way. We're tracking a chance of rain showers coming up after the break.
Plus, royal family tensions as Prince Harry and Meghan prepare to break their silence. The fallout from an interview with Oprah that hasn't even aired yet. Much more ahead.